Our top stories here tonight. Houston police within the last hour saying they're looking for these two men as persons of interest in the death of a 12-year-old girl found near West Rankin Road. Investigators say the girl was strangled to death. And today we talked with the woman who found that little girl's body. And you can hear from her and the timeline of where the girl was last seen on Fox26Houston.com. Also tonight, Houston firefighters now have a 5-year contract and $650 million worth of back pay. City Council voted unanimously to approve this agreement. The new contract goes into effect with the city's new fiscal year in July. We'll go over that and how we got to this point later on. But also here tonight, the wet and windy weather is sticking around tonight as we feel the impacts from potential Tropical Cyclone 1. It is expected to make landfall in Mexico tomorrow night, but it still puts us in the threat for flooding. Let's head on over to Ramisha and Rashi in the Weather Center.
Hey guys. Am I with you?
No.
Okay. Here-ish?
All right, Anisha, now let's head to Galveston Island here tonight as they are bracing for heavy rain and strong winds. Fox 26's Randy Wallace now joining us live from the island with some details. Randy.
So am I going to reference here? Huh. Okay.
What are you doing there, Sean? Came for a good time, came to swim, came to boogie board, just have fun.
Okay.
I live down up in Texas, so decided to come down with my mom, just have a good vacation.
Are you worried about it at all?
I mean, ain't really nothing to be worried about as long as I don't go out too far and I stay away from the riptide. Should be good.
You were out in the water earlier.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like?
It was rough. Yeah.
What brings you out here when it's like this?
We came out for the surf, but we live here, just checking it out, watching the storm come in. Mm-hmm.
You like watching the storm coming in?
Sure, why not?
Are you worried at all?
No. Not right now.
What brought you out here, Kenny?
To watch them surf. I was sitting at the house, kicking back, I'm chilling, and thought about surfing. I was like, I'm not going out there. It's too much paddling, so I want to come check him out.
And Casey, what about me? I'm back at the desk.
Out there in the water.
Oh yeah, you'll see it. I mean, it's a little rough right now, so probably not as near as many once it calms down a little bit, but still a fun time for everybody.
Where'd you get that?
Just up the beach here in Galveston. Storm blew it in, so it's rare everything like this on the beach. You usually get it in the morning pretty quick, so it's a nice little treat. But look there today is incredible. So
Have you been out in it?
The left wing?
About
Okay.
15 minutes. I went out this morning for a little bit. So
What makes you decide to do that when it's like this?
we gotta get it when we can in Texas.
How was it?
Terrible, but it was fun. I caught 2 waves the entire time, and then I got drug out about 3 times. Hey, quick. Have to be careful around it.
Sounds like you got no regrets.
No regrets.
So sit at the desk. Okay.
Randy, thank you. Well, we continue our team coverage further south in Surfside. That's where we find Fox 26's Abigail Dye. So, Abigail, hard conditions there right now.
We've got this tropical storm coming in, and it's bringing.
Hey, Casey, the T's, the tracking device, is that woman dead?
A lot of rain, and the bad
Okay,
news
thank you.
is that living on an island.
No.
I'm so it starts flooding all the streets. This is the first time in a long time that we've actually had to close our beaches
Got
down
it.
because the water was so bad, and it wasn't safe for people to be out there.
All right, Abigail, thank you for that report. Well, new tonight, because of this weather, the Texas City Dike closed earlier this evening around 7 o'clock, and the city says that it is closed until further notice.
And coming up, a scary story out of North Central Texas. A woman followed and shot by her ex-boyfriend. What police found on her vehicle hours before the shooting. Next. And later on in our newscast, the FDA investigating after recalled applesauce pouches were left on store shelves. And here we are. We are giving you guys behind the scenes content right now. So if you'd like to see what happens with Rashi, myself, and Caroline in studio, just head over to YouTube and watch the behind the scenes. The only thing, I still get that feedback.
Yeah, me too.
That's the
I
only
hate
thing
that feedback.
yeah, that's the only thing I like.
I like that purple tie, though.
Aw, thank you.
Yes.
$8 on the Amazon. All right, people, hello there. So let's say hi to YouTube.
Hi, mic check 1, 2.
Hi,
3, 4, 5.
YouTube.
YouTube. Let's see. Who do we have? 3, just FYI. I was 0 for 2 today. And I think that's 3. Just heads up. All right, Tanner. Hello, Bobby, Eric, John. Welcome. All right. Now, which camera though? Where? Got it. Well, new tonight, Arlington police releasing dash cam images of a shootout with officers in a park earlier this month. It was the end result of a domestic violence incident. Anchor Caroline Collins joins us here tonight. And Caroline, police say the man involved wanted to kill his ex.
That's right, Anthony. It was a very scary event unfolding in North Central Texas. Arlington police say that a man placed a tracking device on his ex-girlfriend's car. They broke up months before the shooting, and the woman was in her car with a guy friend when they noticed 42-year-old Shannon Boyd following them. They pulled over at the park, and Boyd told the guy to leave.
Fearing for his life, the friend did as Mr. Boyd instructed and called 911 as he left the park. Officers arrived at the park within 4 minutes. They were pulling into the parking lot. They saw Mr. Boyd display a handgun and fired 3 shots at the woman. The officers immediately exited their patrol vehicle, and 3 of them fired their service weapon at Mr. Boyd, striking him.
Well, just 3 hours earlier, police say that they found a tracking device under that woman's car when they responded to a report of a confrontation at a restaurant between Boyd and that victim. Boyd left before police arrived there. That woman is recovering at a hospital. Anthony.
All right, so Caroline, how can you know? I mean, these tracking devices, they're popular, so how do you know if one of them is actually on your car or not?
Well, that's a great question and something we should all pay attention to. So we don't know what kind of tracker that this guy used, but there are some people who used to find their keys or suitcases, maybe even find their own car. They use them themselves, so this can actually be put on their vehicle. And tech website Livewire says to do an inspection, look under the wheel wells. Most trackers are placed in an easy-to-reach location. And then you can sweep the vehicle with a bug detector, actually. Some phones have an app that can help you find those. And if you do suspect that you have a tracker on your car, but you cannot find it, you can hire a professional technician. Of course, I hope you can figure it out with an app. But also, one more thing to add, you will get a notification on your iPhone if it's something like an AirTag. So always make sure to pay attention to those. Rashi.
All right, Caroline, thanks.
Well, coming up on the news at 9, we are just hours away from the Juneteenth holiday. We're diving into the history and the events that you can participate in tomorrow.
George Melanie Baridi and Baltazar. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
on
everyone.
YouTube. Welcome to our newscast. All right. So we have our laptops 1 minute away until the trip. So we're gonna try to turn this camera around. So because we have to move locations. Let's see how that looks. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Bloody. 20 seconds. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets?
Many people are celebrating Juneteenth tomorrow. It marks the day when the last enslaved people in the United States learned they were free.
Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle joins us live now in the Museum District, where some events will be taking place here tomorrow. Sherman.
Juneteenth, or June 19th, marks the day in 1865 when the last enslaved people in the United States learned they were free. More than 250,000 slaves in Galveston found out about their freedom 3 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued by President Abraham Lincoln. Texas was also the first to recognize it as a state holiday, but it wasn't declared a federal holiday until 2021 by
Hi,
President
friends. I just keep saying hi, friends, every 5 seconds. Okay, let me look here. Hi, George. Hi, Luis. Thank you for being a fan. Tyre's always great. Clayton, how's it going? The studio looks really cool. It says Fox 26. Thanks, Fox 26. Okay. Hi, Evelyn.
We've come a long ways, but we have a long ways to go, too.
Curry, I agree with you. Watching backstage is way better than watching the commercials. You can do both. This is on 1.
Understand our ancestors, predecessors traversed this troubled land to give us an opportunity.
You know what happens is, are you signed in?
And just like they fought and died for that opportunity, we can lose that
my stuff will just
opportunity
freeze
by not continuing to fight.
All right, Sherman, thank you so much. All right, now let's get back to one of our top stories here today. After nearly a decade of negotiations, Houston City Council approved a landmark settlement with firefighters. Today's decision goes all the way back to 2016, when the firefighters' contract expired. That's also when negotiations stalled. Firefighters sued the city to get that pay, and former Mayor Sylvester Turner was unable to reach a deal with the union. Fast forward to 2018, November. Houston voters passed Proposition B, which would have paid police and firefighters similarly, but that measure was overturned last year, 2023, by the Supreme Court here in Texas, saying it conflicted with state law, reaffirming the need for collective bargaining and judicial arbitration if the two sides couldn't come to an agreement. So that left the city with word it could be on the hook for more than $1 billion to settle. Newly elected Mayor John Whitmire pledged to reach a deal on the campaign trail, and as Fox 26's Tom Ziska reports, it's a promise kept.
Nothing has been clarified on how do we pay for that.
City Council member Edward Pollard was the most vocal of the few members who questioned the scope of the city's financial liability in the firefighter deal. Frustrated Mayor Whitmire was not sure some of it was not politically motivated.
And I could go on and on with very specific proposals. But you, and I know you work against to try to do it. And all you're doing today, I'm asking questions. I'm saying you're doing a good job of trying to get the agreement. No, I'm asking questions for clarification.
Councilman Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
Councilman Huffman?
Yes.
In the end, concerned that a court fight would be more
A hip, a hop, the hibby to the hip, hip hop, and you don't stop. I'm rocking to the bang bang boogie. Then up jumps the boogie to the boogie to the boogie to beat. Now, what you hear is not a...
Firefighters and their leadership cheered the end of the long fight.
You know, it shouldn't hurt to be a Houston firefighter. We want two things as a fireman. And need
Is there a way to kill the feedback?
And I want to make a livable wage. I'm not going to get rich at this.
After the show, we'll kind of figure it out.
They've gone a long time. They showed up every day. They didn't get to take a break, even when they were being treated the way they were. They showed up every day. There is no stop in Houston firefighters. Mayor Whitmire says it is an expensive deal that was always going to be expensive.
Do we have the money to pay for it? And we did. And going forward, there will be a challenge, not only pay the firefighter salary, but the other incurred expenses.
The new contract will go into effect with the city's new fiscal year starting in July. Firefighters will see their first paychecks with a raise July 25th. Watching you Money on Tom Ziska, Fox 26 News.
We'll still ahead on the news at 9. Be on the lookout for travel scams this summer. The red flags that will alert you to dismiss an offer that's too good to be true. And you decide 2024. New polling out tonight in the presidential race, how close it's getting between the two frontrunners ahead of the debate this month.
And we are right here on YouTube, checking in with Brandon, George, David, Faith, Alberto. Yes. So many people joining us here on YouTube tonight.
I know. It's so awesome. I hope that you can join us, too, behind the scenes.
Shout-outs. We gave shout-outs.
Yes.
We gave shout-outs.
Anthony is so good at this,
We gave
guys.
shout-outs.
And I say that, like, because thank you for sacrificing your... Oh! Curry, thank you for saying that.
That was very nice of you. That was very nice of you.
Thank you for sacrificing your evening dinners with family to report the news. Yep.
You know, when I first started as a reporter, our evening anchors, they would like go home, have dinner with the kids, and then come back. I get it now. I get it. Like literally, out the door, gone.
I know.
But like, it's a little bit of time to do that with your family. Spend time with your family.
Yeah.
All right, what else? Brandon. Jonathan, I apologize. I thought I said Jonathan. I apologize. I'm from Jersey, Blockbuster.
Do you like your job? Yes. We do like
David,
our jobs.
Yes.
We do like our jobs, David.
David, correct. Thank you, Dee.
Is this Brandon Davis, like the Brandon Davis?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. So you moved, this was the one in the A block? Okay. And just so you guys know, we have earpieces, and there's about at least 2 people talking to us.
Including the voices in our head.
Right. On top of the voices.
On top of.
The voices in our heads.
Yes.
Trying to read the show, engage with you guys. So if we're quiet or if we kind of go real, focus for a second, that's what's happening. Because the show
we appreciate it.
Must go on.
Oh my God, we hit 100 people. Woohoo! Yes.
Oh my God. Hercules.
Every day is a blessing. It sure is. When is the rain coming? It's a coming, Terrence. See, I have to filter myself because I cannot become me. Anthony. You know it. That's why I'm so just
No,
like,
it's okay though. We just
Right.
I think they understand that, when the red light goes on, we have to do the news. So
right.
we're
No, I know, but like the filter for me is a little bit harder than most. Because usually it's like be you. But my problem is you don't want to be a little too you. It's like the rain be coming.
Like, wear a little bit of a seatbelt. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of a seatbelt. All right.
Buckle up.
All right, here we go. New tonight, Willie Mays, the electrifying Say Hey Kid, one of baseball's greatest and most beloved players, has died. He was 93 years old. His family and the San Francisco Giants jointly announced tonight he had passed away peacefully this afternoon, surrounded by loved ones. The center fielder was baseball's oldest living Hall of Famer. And here's something you probably didn't know about crows. Rashi, they can actually count. They can count to 4.
Just 4?
4. I guess
That's
it's not
pretty
10.
impressive. New research says that they can match the amount of caws they make when shown a number. They also know how many objects that they're looking at. The researchers had a group of crows and trained them over 160 sessions to understand between visual and auditory cues. Crows aren't the only animals that are good at math. Chimpanzees can be taught to count. Male frogs use counting to woo potential mates. And scientists believe that ants retrace their route by counting their steps.
This became the Animal Planet all of a sudden.
Real quick.
All right, how about a little bit of travel news to keep in mind here today? We got a travel scam going around. You want to be on the lookout for us. So next time you get an email or even a phone call that says you want a free vacation, it sounds good, but just go ahead and delete the email and hang up the phone. Travel experts share some red flags to watch out for as vacation scams are on the rise. So one of those red flags is fake websites. They look legit, but it's designed to just take your information. If it's asking for payment, remind yourself that, hey, it was supposed to be free. So steer clear of anything like that. If you have never heard of a website, check them out first. Don't give up your hard-earned vacation money to those thieves online. Still to come on your News at 9, Houston getting pretty good reviews when it comes to cities to explore this summer, where the city lands in the top 10. Plus, when it comes to tipping, Texas isn't the stingiest. Where we rank when it comes to showing gratitude. Still ahead. All right, so standing.
So see how you're... Was that Mr. Moisture?
That was.
Wow.
Wow, all right, coming
Mr.
out the
Moisture.
gate. Yeah.
Okay, so see how mine freezes and yours doesn't?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Are you going to try to help?
Refresh it.
I have tried to refresh it. Like, that's like a... Of course, you know, but then it does it again. Bye.
Got nothing.
Nope.
Where we rank for tipping. Okay, what do you guys think? Thank you, David. Where do you guys think Houston ranks when it comes to tipping? Oh, you gotta go. Sorry, guys. One more time. Front of the desk. Now, I'm gonna try to move you guys and take you guys with us for this entire newscast, but I don't know how that's gonna go, so... I'm going to try my best. Ah!
No, I had that for lunch. I had, what? Okay.
So this is what also happens behind the scenes. We were supposed to do a shot right here in the front of the desk, but we have to call an audible. So right now we are moving back to the desk, and we are making changes to the rundown right now. So you guys may not be aware of it at home, but we are making changes. So the plan here is to just go straight to weather. Okay. Ramisha is joining us. Oi! I don't know if this is gonna work, you guys.
Well, that is not We are your Gulf Coast Weather Authority, and tracking the system that seems to sort of be moving in and already dumping a little bit of rain in the Galveston area.
Yeah, some of the hardest hit areas so far have been the coastal spots. That's where we have heavy downpours tonight. But I would not let your guard down. We are still in that risk for the potential for some flooding. So we are still on tropical alert. We've got Fox 26 storm alert night tomorrow and Fox 26 storm alert day. Still the threat for that heavy rain, that high flood risk, especially south of Interstate 10, and also the potential for a lot of wind and the risk for those rip currents for our beaches. So definitely not the time to plan a beach trip over the next 24 to 36 hours. Here's the reason why our weather will stay a little unsettled. We're still tracking potential tropical cyclone 1 in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. Still a fairly weak and disorganized storm, but it is large.
That's why I said. Oh, Ramisha.
So it is tracking off to the northwest around 6 miles per hour, 40 mile per hour winds. It's still expected to reach the northeastern Mexican coast by tomorrow night, making landfall. So even though we're far away from that system, we've got tropical storm warnings basically extending from around the Galveston area all the way down to Corpus Christi and Brownsville, mainly for that threat for strong wind over 40 miles per hour and for some heavy downpours. Speaking of heavy downpours, we've got the rain rolling into some of our coastal spots. League City, Galveston, Lake Jackson, Bay City have been getting some of those tropical downpours over the last hour or two, and we still have this flood watch that we're going to have to deal with through early Thursday morning. Houston no longer in the flood watch, but notice south of Houston, mainly our coastal spots, still dealing with that increased risk for that flooding. Also, we've got a coastal flood warning in place through 7 a.m. Thursday, where we are expecting some of those streets to potentially get inundated with water. We've already seen a little bit of that for parts of the coast, and we could have that storm surge around 2 to 4 feet before this system starts to move away from us later this week. So it is going to be wet, it's going to be windy, and yes, there will be a risk for flooding. It looks like the worst of that weather will remain down along the coast. Speaking of wind, I just saw this update, 40 mile per hour wind gusts at this point in Galveston. So that is where we have a lot of that wind whipping folks around. Hopefully not a lot of people out in this, but we do have a wind advisory for our coastal spots all the way through Thursday morning. So here's what you can expect over the next few days. We do have the potential for our tropical cyclone number 1 to become our first tropical storm of the season. Our winds around the heavy rain are still going to be likely for some of us tonight and tomorrow, especially close to the coast. So coastal spots will be the hardest hit, likely with high surge, risk currents, and coastal flooding, and maybe a few flooded streets developing farther inland. So this system will stay well to our south, but impacts will be felt far away from that center, flood risk through Mexico, and from much of the Texas Gulf Coast. So at this point, it looks like Houston will escape the worst of the weather, but we could still pick up some rain that could lead to a few flooded streets. But I think the worst of it, down around Galveston tomorrow, other coastal spots, temps are going to be in the 80s. Go look for coastal flooding, those gusts near 40 miles per hour, and yes, that rip current will remain high. So swimming plans for Galveston Beach, not a good idea for the next few days. We are still in that elevated risk for flash flooding as well, that 2 out of 4 risk for Houston. But the rain totals have decreased. In fact, Houston in that 1 to 4 inch range, and 4 to 7 inch totals expected to be to the south and west of Houston. So that is a little bit of good news, but still down around El Campo, Bay City, and Wharton, there will be potential for some flooding. So certainly just be careful out there, avoid flooded streets, and keep checking back with us. We do still have that risk for flooding, especially down to the south.
All right, Ramisha, thank you. And we are continuing to track the tropics. We've had our eye on potential tropical cyclone 1.
Yeah, Ramisha just gave us an update. We know it's in the Gulf of Mexico, heading towards Mexico, but we're also already seeing its impacts here tonight.
Fox 26's Abigail Dye joining us live from Surfside. So, Abigail, what are the conditions like there?
All I heard was no. And I was like, oh. 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 No, it's okay. Yes. Oh.
Wow, that's just crazy. We'll definitely be updating you on that for the News Edge at 10. But also, coming up, our reporters are giving us live looks also in Galveston. And as you saw Abigail there in Surfside, we'll have more live looks as the News Edge at 10 goes on. Plus, remember these things? Well, another monolith showed up in the desert, where this one could have come from. And let us help you plan your summer. There are many great concerts coming up, plus free events for the kiddos. Stick around for the News Edge at 10.
Woo!
So tired tonight.
I hear you. I hear you. Allegedly, Elise, I agree. She says, kudos to you guys. The production process is already mind-blowing, but to take us along is crazy, but awesome. Wish y'all would have done lives when Jonathan Martin was there.
No,
I know that's right. No, Jonathan's my guy. Jonathan is my guy. Mike Rashi says, how often do we go live?
I don't know when we don't go live.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I think that
Yep.
it is safe to say we are going to lean into this space. You know, and if you guys are responding to it, if you guys are enjoying it, you know, who knows? But as of right now, we're just kind of, you know, putting our big toe in the water, you know, just kind of testing the water a little bit. You don't like feet? It's just, oh, gosh. Oh, man. All right.
All right.
Is the
I
F
like
block
going
is
live. I
same?
suggest we do it more. All right. Fox 26 does that. Can I get a shout out? Eric
Okay.
the Beast. Yes, you can. You're like super, super low, Casey.
Okay, we're doing another YouTube at the back end. Got it.
Everything is live.
Charles, Eric, Shaman, Carrie, Liliana, Faith. I
You know
enjoy it.
it's not Chamond.
Shaman, it could be Chamand. I apologize. I wanted to be a news anchor in high school, so this is awesome. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's great. It's crazy. I didn't even know I wanted to be.
Rashi's got a cool story.
It's a very good one.
You're
Stop. You know how many times Anthony says, "Why are you the way you are?" In a funny way.
And I say that with love.
No,
It's
all love. It's just, why are you like this?
Why?
Why? I'm making him laugh.
You know what's funny? Please hold. Well, if you're looking for a great city to explore this summer, well, good news. You already live here. A recent report by Forbes Advisor rates Houston as one of the top 10 best cities for summer travel. Houston came in at number 10, outranking 3 other Texas cities, San Antonio, Dallas, and El Paso, which actually ranked among the worst cities to travel to in the U.S. Forbes Advisor used the city's hotel prices and some other factors to try to determine this ranking. The report listed Jacksonville, Florida, as the worst place to travel in the U.S. for the summer, while Minneapolis, Minnesota ranked number 1 as the best.
Well, as the old saying goes, everything is bigger in Texas, but apparently that doesn't include tips. This is all according to a study conducted by Toast. Texas ranks 43rd in the country for tipping. Texans tip an average of just under 19%. Delaware is the most generous state, tipping an average of more than 22%, while California is the stingiest, tipping just about 17%.
And the U.S. put a pause on safety inspections for avocado inspections from a top-producing Mexican state. The pause comes following a security incident involving the U.S. Department of Agriculture. A spokesperson said imports from the Mexican state of Michoacan haven't been blocked, and avocados and mangoes already in transit would not be affected. A government source in that Mexican state says the temporary suspension is due to an incident on Saturday at a protest in support of local police. U.S. officials temporarily suspended avocado shipments from the area back in 2022, citing security problems faced by inspectors.
Senators are trying to get to the bottom of where the coronavirus originated. We'll tell you why we may never know. And ahead in sports, the hits keep on coming for the Astros, but not in a good way. We'll have the details on their latest injury.
And we continue to have this conversation during the commercial break. We're having a lot of fun getting to know you guys watching here on YouTube. So join us. Just head to youtube.com.
Yep, we'll see you there.
Like and subscribe. That's what it is. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Do we have one more of those in here somewhere? Like and subscribe. That's it.
Who's nicer, YouTube or TikTok?
Huh?
Who's nicer, YouTube or TikTok?
YouTube is nicer.
Yeah, I think.
By far.
Oh my gosh.
These
TikTok
are actually
was like
humans.
the girl
They're
in
actually
green
adults.
is mean.
That's because they're all like kids on there.
She doesn't want to be there.
No, you guys on YouTube are the best. You the best. Huntsville, Alabama. I've never been to Alabama. You ever been to Alabama?
No.
I've never been to Alabama.
Not.
What's it like in Huntsville? Bama girl, what's it like in Huntsville? It's a Friday night. What are we doing? Oh, Rashi, any advice for the journalism major?
Advice for journalism major. You know, it really depends on what you want to do. I would say that social media is king. Look at what we're doing right now. So, a long time ago, like when we were little kids, our parents probably watched the news only linear TV. That's what we call it. Well, now you can get your content from different platforms. So, when you know how to communicate on those different platforms, I think that's a skill that everyone's trying to hone on now. So, if that's something that you can tap into, I think you'll be ahead of the curve.
And if that is, yes, one. Two, if you're able to pair that with a very high understanding of the news, journalistic integrity, your ability to just cover the story, not take a side on the story, give everyone an equal platform, and you're able to balance the two things like that, I think you'll have much success. But my one thing I always tell kids is kind of run your own race. This industry and this business is one that is changing very fast, and your path looks extremely different from somebody else's. And if you're looking left and you're looking right and you're paying attention to what everybody else is doing, you're not going to focus on yourself and hone your craft and be the best that you can be. So always run your own race. There's a reason those horses have blinders. So just run your own race, do your own thing, find your own niche, build your own brand, and you'll be successful. Don't look out this way.
Also, add on that.
Yeah, we're adding.
Have thick skin.
Come on.
I mean, I don't know how many countless people that Anthony encountered that did not believe in him.
I did not have thick skin in the beginning neither.
Neither did I. Countless people did not believe in me.
Correct.
In turn, I didn't believe in myself because I didn't have thick skin, and I was like, wait, hold on, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. Maybe this here. You got to keep on keeping on. And we still get critiqued a lot. But now it's, we've gone through a lot so that it's just, it bounces off of us. Unless it's something that,
You chew the meat and spit the bones. Like, everyone has something to say about it.
Unless you're vegetarian.
TikTok is saying hate to you. Vegetarian.
Well, senators are taking another look at the origins of the coronavirus pandemic, and a theory that was once deemed as conspiratorial is now gaining some acceptance.
Fox News senior congressional correspondent Chad Pergram reports on today's Senate hearing.
There was a time when the government and media scoffed at the notion that COVID materialized in a lab.
Why are you?
That theory no longer flits around the fringes.
You know, when I first started here, I had to tell Rashi stop cracking jokes Because, like, when I laugh, I can't, like, it's harder for me to stop laughing to then get serious. So I have to let her, like, stop talking to me for, like, 20 seconds so I can, like, focus. And because she's funny. She's funny.
In high school?
She's funny.
The classroom laugh in high school?
No, I have it annoyingly. It's obnoxious. It's obnoxious. And when I start laughing, it's hard to stop.
Once I get going.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Especially in high school. I didn't really care.
It is a wrap. But no,
The White Sox won.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
About?
The Astros.
Yeah.
They need to get it together. They need wins.
Not happening, Ross. Not happening. It's a tough watch right now.
Questions linger about what went down in Wuhan.
What went down in Wuhan?
Oh my God, is that Will Kunkel? Yes, it is.
That is.
Before you get excited.
Whoa, say hi to YouTube.
Say hi to YouTube. You're coming to record.
Fully disclose all the information.
Hi, Dart.
Hi, Dart. It's our general manager.
May remain a study.
We might be 98% or something, but we'll always be a little uncertain.
GOP candidate Senator Roger Marshall is pushing.
We love Ramisha too.
Now watch me dance.
And perhaps classifying the virus as a viral. On Capitol Hill, Chad Bergrum, Fox News.
This is playoff time. I'd like to think I'd be out there, but that pattern where it's kind of like every day getting a little bit better. I think this time around, like I said with the off days, I think talking with everybody, we think it's the best to try to just let it fully resolve itself, and hopefully it does.
All right, so that was Justin Verlander on Saturday after being scratched from his start. Today, he lands on the injured list because he hurt his neck. Plus, no Yordan Alvarez tonight. He's with his family dealing with an issue. He should be hopefully back tomorrow. But how about this family portrait? Less than ideal. You got Christian Javier, Justin Verlander, Lance McCullers, Luis Garcia, JP France, Jose Urquidy, all hitting the injured reserve list at some point, this season. Some of these guys have done it twice, like Javier did it twice. He's now done it for the year. JP now on there for the second time. You get the idea. And it doesn't even include some of the position players like Chas McCormick and Kyle Tucker, which, speaking of, Tucker was expected to be off the list last Friday. At least that was the hope after fouling this ball off his shin. In fact, originally they hoped that he actually was never going to be on the IL. Not only did he land on the IL, he's still on there, and he's still not doing baseball activities. He's just in the weight room at this point. And they need him back, and they need him back stat. Because tonight they took on the worst team in the baseball. And they gave one of the worst offensive performances you'll see. Jose Altuve a little frustrated with the strike zone. And to be fair, it was atrocious. 0 runs against the White Sox. Joe Espada had some words for the umpire. Last time he was in Chicago, he got ejected in a less than enthusiastic fashion. This time on the south side, it gets tossed a little bit more emphatic. Framber Valdez, he was good on the mound, allowing just 2 hits all night. But they allowed 2 runs. The only 2 runs of the game the Astros allowed. They lose 2-0 to the worst team in baseball. They're now 10 games out of first place. Joe Espada, what do you ask him? Like, how do you win a game without Yordan? All right, I guess.
We all wish we could have them here, but they're just not. So we just got to find a way to grind through it and then find a way to score runs when those guys are not in the lineup. We're very much capable of scoring runs with those guys not in the lineup. We have some guys that can get it done, and we just need to not get it done today.
How about some positivity? In years past, we couldn't go Astros to Texas and it'd be a negative to positive. It is this year. Because last year, C.J. Stroud had a solid showing for his football camp. Nothing amazing, but nice. This year, a massive showing. Kids all over the field. Hundreds of kids in attendance. A big production at St. Thomas High. And you know what? He's excited about it.
It's amazing, I think last year was a great turnout, and I'm excited for this year, being able to, like I said when I first wanted to come here, I want to be influential in the community and, give back to the kids. And so it's been amazing, man. It's a great turnout today. I'm excited. Appreciative of all the parents and, the sponsors and everybody who supported me and all this stuff, so it's amazing.
Speaking of, some of you may not know Kimberly Stroud, CJ's mom. Well, This is her, an awesome woman. Funny story, last year, final game of the season, she and my wife sitting next to each other at the Colts game in Indianapolis, and it is confirmed that when CJ says that his mom prays for every play, she in fact does. She prays for her son before, during, and after every single snap. So today, I actually asked Kimberly what her advice is for parents at today's camp, and all the parents that are parents of athletes. Here's what she said.
My first bit of advice would be let it be your child's dream, not your own. Because the passion and the work ethic and everything that it entails to be an elite athlete or an athlete period.
Look at the cut by that kid.
They can be great at, just a scholar. It has to be a passion that's within the child. And then you just enhance it and bring it out and encourage it and, support it.
That is such good advice. I double down on that as a non-parent, that do not force your kid to be good at a sport you weren't good at when you were a kid, just because you want them to fulfill your dream. Just encourage them, and I get just such good advice by Kimberly. I love it.
And in a camp like this, so many of those kids are going to be walking away with this experience, and they'll never forget it. So shout out to CJ, his parents, and all the people that work with him to kind of put this on for those kids, because they're going to love it. They had a great time, it looked like it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I'm glad that you were able to ask that question, because as a parent, that's just really great advice.
It's tough because you get too involved, you want to be too hands-on, and then a lot of things go haywire when that happens.
Outside looking in. All right. Thank you so much, Will.
You're welcome, Rashi.
It was good.
You didn't want to play the cookie.
Good times. Good times.
Barry Cajun, she said, thank you guys for doing this. I'm away from Houston on a business trip, and I can still see you. So,
hey, that's the world for you. Let's go!
Yeah.
Are they excited?
Yeah, they're happy.
They're so much nicer than TikTok.
What's this on?
TikTok. This one's TikTok.
Oh, this is TikTok.
That one is.
No TikTok, y'all were. Okay,
It's
the
a
5
different
o'clock,
crowd.
I didn't engage as much because I was really just concentrating, and I'm not that great at it. And they're like, the person in green don't look like the she's up.
Rashi, you're great at everything. What do you get?
I appreciate that. All right, we'll be at the trips. Thank you for giving us a behind-the-scenes look. How do you feel about the Dallas Mavericks loss? I'm going to tell you, I don't like Dallas nothing. And I went to school in Fort Worth.
No hurricane, you guys. No hurricane. I don't know where that came from, but there's no hurricane.
Yes.
I don't think we said hurricane once.
Riff Ram.
I know we didn't.
I was the 0.01% Indian.
It will likely turn into
And
Tropical
it was
Storm
fabulous.
Alberto. But
Yeah,
we didn't
that's
say
exactly
hurricane.
why I got in. Did y'all hear that in all live streams?
Yeah, we're heading to the trips over this way. So now we have to switch out and prepare for. Yeah, they're being nice tonight. They're being nice.
Oh, everybody.
They're being nice for
Thank you,
everybody.
Abby.
We're going to start doing community guidelines.
We need a mod.
We need a light.
Legit.
We need Anthony to be aware of the vegetarians and non-vegetarians.
Oh. 30 seconds.
I can't see you.
His hustle and mine. He's run like 3 times across already.
I have my keys, wallet. Every gosh darn thing. Woo!
I feel good.
New polling shows President Biden has made significant gains with independent voters ahead of his first debate with former President Donald Trump.
Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen reports both candidates traded jabs over immigration at events earlier today.
A recent poll shows President Biden and
Can you tell me
former
what
President
time and
Trump
where I'm at in the 10?
49% among all registered voters. President Biden did overcome a 12-point deficit with independent
I'm sorry, what?
Can you bye YouTube? YouTube, we've got to go. This was fun. If you guys love the live, like and subscribe
To us.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We'll do this again. I don't know when, but we'll do it again. Tomorrow night. Allegedly. Have a great night,
He ain't
YouTube.
gonna be
We'll see you
here.
later. Allegedly. Just.
TikTok is
And that's Groby.
Bye, YouTube. Bye. See you guys again tomorrow at 9.